My life and political thoughts as a tarot reader who thinks YouTube wants to know what the hell I'm thinking. Hello everyone and welcome to Auntie Kay's Tarot. Alright, so trying to include the aquarium view in here, but it makes it weird with the lighting, especially since I still need to replace my overhead over dining table light. Because that went. I had filter issues, and that required me not only needing to replace filter, but the stand the aquarium was on. So we'll all talk about that. But, oh, and I got my nails done, and I'm really enjoying them. But also, we have a Saturn retrograde that we're in. We've been in it since July. We're going to be in it until November, and my work week has really made me think about the Saturn retrograde. Some of my clients are definitely being led to pay attention to some Saturn retrograde issues, and not everybody's handling that very well. Overarching, Saturn retrograde is, it deals with government, it deals with responsibility, it deals with reputation, it's going to deal with your work and career, and big things in your life, like marriage and divorce as well. When you go through your own personal Saturn retrograde, that can really bring up, like, am I in the right marriage? So there's all kinds of different things that are going to come up during retrograde season. And Roe versus Wade is something that was overturned in Saturn retrograde. And policies can be overturned, and that can be good or bad. And Saturn really likes reputation, tradition, so overturning things that go against, like, the ruling power's definition of tradition is, like, all those things are up there. They all require fighting back in this time. They require being prepared in this time. And so we will, take a look at that with a tarot readings. We'll look at lessons and policies in this Saturn retrograde. That's how we are going to do it. After we do that, I will show you some fish tank video and give an update on that with things having had to move and how all of that is going. All right, so we have 3 tarot decks for everyone to choose from. We have the 5-cent tarot. We have the Marseille Prendre Vie, a deck created by me, by moi, sounds appropriate there, and the Tarot of Life. All right, so we are going to start with the 5-cent tarot. If the politics of the reading that you choose doesn't exactly fit you, read that as where you should be putting your support and helping out. And if you're like, well, this doesn't apply to me because I'm in a safer global north country, don't be so cocky. All of us are leaning towards fascism, and we really need to be looking at the U.S. as a warning instead of looking at them and laughing. And we're going to start with the 5-cent tarot, and we are looking at lessons and policies. Fights, changes, what is your Saturn retrograde message if you chose the 5-cent tarot? All right. Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, the Unknown. This is an extra card. The High Priestess already talks about things that are unknown, things that are unseen. You have to rely on your intuition, digging in. There are changes that are coming, and if you chose the 5-cent tarot, then those changes are hitting you. They are going to hit you pretty hard. Your shadow card is the 6 of matches. That win is that victory is very elusive for you. And the only way you're going to find it is by setting the matches ablaze, setting them on fire. Move with intuition. That nagging voice that says, make this sudden change, make this drastic change, get out, move along. If you chose this, then that is what you are looking at. The unknowns, the uncertainties, of this world are impacting you if you chose this reading. The way to succeed is set the old on fire. Everything is changing, so change your tactics, change the way you move. Be open to do the unpredictable. Because the Saturn energy behind this especially is relying on the tried, the true, the tested. That Wheel of Fortune can really rely on systems and setting all those systems to fire and being outside them as much as possible is the right move for you. All right, that was those of you in more intense situations must have chosen the 5-cent tarot. So let us see what is going on with the Marseille Prendre Vie. If you chose the Marseille Prendre Vie, what is coming to you in this? There are so many majors in that reading that it was all majors for the flipped cards. It's definitely something bigger than everyday life. It is definitely more policy, governmental than that. Okay, let's get to this Marseille Prendre Vie reading. Okay. Okay. You're in much safer waters here with if you chose the Marseille Prendre Vie. You are in control of the changes around you. You need to get out from being in your sheltered, protective spaces. You need to stop relying on shelter and protection. It's scary. It's scary for everybody out there. You're not the first person in history to have lived through a scary time. Get out from your sheltered places. You have enough control in the coming scenarios to take responsibility. The Conjurers, they do take mass amounts of responsibility in the ways that they move. They're in control of things. And people, those on the other side of this table are not in control. But you as a conjurer behind this table, you are in control. You decide who comes in to safe space. You need to step outside of that safe space, though, in order to keep that safe space in creative ways for others. Creatively step out of your comfort zones, seek a bit of adventure in these unknown times. You're safe from any major changes. Your reputation is leaving you in a really protected and successful position. You're in control. And the Saturn retrograde, when you're in a good space or a safe space or one that comes with the reputation and respect needed, Saturn retrograde won't hit you as much as like, those that were in this reading over here, right? You're in the space where these people can run to. You are who these people need to find for help and assistance. And you need to think creatively outside the box, outside of the norms. If you're older, connect with new and younger, fresh ideas, and pull them in. You have safe space to offer if this was your reading to those who might need it, and you're going to sail through the Saturn retrograde pretty easily. All right, Tarot of Life, folks, what do we have for you? Okay. Whoop. Tarot of Life. Ready for its final shuffle there. That's what it was telling me. Okay. We're going to overhand and cut. If you chose this, Saturn retrograde has something to say about the relationships in your life. From a policy standard, if you're gay and in the United States, you should be concerned. We know they're coming for gay rights. Do not let yourself become a hermit. You need to find those who are willing and able to be doing that fighting. These folks, you need to find them. The burdens are going to get heavy, and it has always been a fallacy that justice is blind or fair or even-handed. If you're gay, trans, or lesbian, I think especially trans folks, if you fall under the 2S LGBTQIA banner in the United States, it's time to get your head out of the clouds if it's been there, and make concrete plans about how you're going to pull through that. And that's going to be different things for different people. Some people need to make really huge changes, and you didn't get as big a changes, although we do have two majors here. These readings are full of majors. We have two majors here. In some cases, you're going to be finding the conjurer folks. In some cases, you're going to need to make bigger plans. In some cases, stop isolating. Find your community. Light those matches with your community. Other errors have had to fight back. And those who fought back were stronger and better off for it than those who hid. And very few of those who hide are actually those with the least privilege. It's usually those with the most privilege of a targeted group that want to protect that privilege they have over their targeted peers, and that's why you want to hide. It's time to get out there and do something about it. this card coming up for this reading, with it being a very queer lover's card, and justice in the Ten of Wands. I wasn't expecting to be like, yeah, you know, gay rights are going to be overturned in this particular reading. And there's some significantly bigger issues going on. There is. Like, you know, U.S. is sending warships off the coast of Venezuela, threatening to invade a sovereign country and declaring their elected official illegitimate. It's there are bigger things, but in the heart of empire, it is the responsibility of the many of us who have benefited from being in the hearts of empire or next to the heart of empire. It becomes our responsibility to do something about it. Woo. Being in the heart of empire has been the safest place to be. In some cases, it still is. So there's responsibility to pick up here. That's what I'm getting from that. All right. So it was a Saturn retrograde reading. Nobody should be surprised that it was difficult all around. Your whole world getting turned upside down. Realizing you have to step out of safety to become the safe place. And realizing that things are changing and you're going to need to learn how to fight back and sacrifice and live through scary times. This has been another reading from Auntie K, where we discuss world politics and the fact that it's not going to be okay. All right. Those are the reading, folks. It's not going to be okay, but we are going to mostly come through it together if we stick together. If you are the conjurer in these readings, or if you know the conjurer, get people to their safe places, plan together, talk together, be neighbors together. That is going to help keep you safe, because being isolated in these times isn't safe for anybody. It isn't safe for anybody. So band together. All right. I'm going to do a bit of a fish update, and that is next. So this aquarium's doing pretty good. Hornwort wasn't getting a lot of plant debris from hornwort dying off. I don't know why I tried it again. So I got some frog bit, which I'm trying again, and another Anubis, and trying to figure out what Anubis I got ended up leading to an adventure. This guy dances around. If I come up, gets my attention. Won't come up to my finger though, but he really quite likes bloodworms. Really enjoys those. Sucks them up like noodles. I got a bunch of cactuses. They were on the side of the road. I didn't take all of them. I left the majority, but I still got a lot. So I had to move this tank because I was having filter issues where it kept leaking, and it made the wood that it was on before start to sag. So I had to replace it immediately, or ASAP that day. And then I was having more builder problems, and then it died. So then I had to replace it. And it died throwing a whole bunch of crap into my aquarium. after I just got these plants in this cute little gourami. So also I have snail eggs. Some are incubating in a container in the tank, and some are going natural. Mon Mothma, the smaller white snail who cracked her shell and then healed from it, she fell out of the tank again. She this time she fell out of the tank. Previously, she fell in the tank and cracked her shell on one of those flower pots. Um, so she fell out of the tank and cracked her shell. Um, so I lowered the water line um, so that she wouldn't have a need to go so far. Her egg clutches are super tiny. One of them was not okay when I tried to remove it. One of them didn't even stick to the side. It fell in on its own. They're super small. I don't know. She's just not mature enough. Size, health, whatever. The gourami's cute. So I got some frog bit, and I got Anubis, and I got a Java fern, and in that Java fern, there was, I think it's a pleco. I didn't know right away that there was a pleco in it. I'm going to throw up some pictures. Maybe it's a clown pleco, someone said. Other people said it might be something else. Tell me what you think. I'm going to check in with the Kingston cousins who know more about fish than the cousins up here. It's time to give them a call. This is probably one of the best pictures of it. But yeah, so I didn't know it was with us. I was quite unaware of that. And it almost didn't make it. But I couldn't go to sleep till I figured out which type of Anubias I had in the beta tank. And I couldn't find the tag. So at 2 in the morning, I got up and went looking for that tag in the garbage. And in doing that, I found in the plant bag with like a tiny corner of water was a fish. And this was it. I dumped it in the smaller tank at first, and people were like, "It's a clown pleco, it's okay." So then I put it in here, and then people were like, "I don't know if it's a clown pleco." It's like, I'm going to contact the Kingston cousins. Maybe if you folks can identify it, maybe they can. Maybe they can help me trade it for something that I actually choose. At first, everyone was like, "Yay, you got a free fish," but it's like, I didn't pick this fish, and I never get to see it, so I'm glad I didn't pay for it. But then I was like, I didn't pick it. It's like, I suppose I could take it back. Like, why did it take me so long to take it back? Well, I could just say, it took me a while to notice we had it. They didn't need to know it was in the garbage for a bit. And that freaks me out. Like, I feel like Spirit kept me up to find it because plecos can live a long time. So it would be a long time in a garbage bag, before it died. That would be awful. Okay, so the fry are really growing. Ones that's gone off to the fish shop. A couple of them got missed, not caught. The this one's babies mostly look white with bit of blue shine starting to come in. Really picks up in the light in person sometimes. Beautiful array of spots. The sunset platy, those babies vary from yellow to orange and have really janky spots. Those are Malibu sunsets. Their blue is starting to show. There's the adult Malibu sunsets. But yeah, like, I don't know why the blue ones got such nice spots and the sunset ones got really janky looking spots. I had to pick out really carefully. This guy's like unbothered by fry swimming right by it, right by its mouth. Doesn't try to eat any of them. It will go after some wafer. More if it's dropped into the log where it just has to turn around and sort of stay in there. I'm like, will it ever come out? Yeah, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. It's like cool news, but like, is it really? I've kind of been minimalist. I don't like bringing things in that I don't know I want or intend to have or use in my life. So this happening in my aquarium is, I don't know. Now that sunset platy looks ready to birth again. Hopefully the next set of babies has more normal looking spots. The youngest set, I can't really tell what his spots look like yet. Oh, I am getting tired. So that is going to be the fish update, folks.